So we've talked about all of the good guys. So we should probably talk a little bit about the bad guys before we talk in broader context about Justice League. So Steppenwolf. Now, let me just get started on this and say the Whedon Steppenwolf was doo-doo. I really thought like his look was dumb. Like as much as I like, a Kieran Hines as an actor, like it felt sophomoric, but the way that Zack Snyder, redid the CGI for him and the way that they gave him like motivation, just really made the character, and also the armor and the way that the armor animated and just all the various fight scenes building upon the grandeur that was Steppenwolf. It took it from, I watched the Whedon movie and it was like, who the heck is this guy and why should I care? Into being like, this guy is super duper powerful, but he's afraid of that guy. Why? And it made it just that much more enriching and like made me want to watch a million YouTube videos about the history of Steppenwolf and Darkseid. So, but what did you think about Steppenwolf?
Yeah, it's funny is that I knew the general shape of him in the theatrical version. I couldn't remember exactly what he looked like. So when I saw the new version, I mean, he's gorgeous. Yeah. Gorgeous looking. Effects-wise, he looks so alien and so evil and powerful, and I liked that version of him. I love the fact when he's hit with arrows and all he does is kind of shiver and all those things twist and break all the arrows off. It's so cool. I mean, but I watched a video today of the differences between the two to kind of get my head around, because like I said, I haven't watched the theatrical in many years, and I saw a video of Steppenwolf there, and it was like, how did I even like him back then? Because he doesn't look any other than the shape of his head. He still has the horns there. He looks completely different. Yeah.
Like a barbarian versus like some super duper space like armor guy. It was
completely different. But yeah, you're right. I love the fact that he had, compared to like Cyborg on the hero side, he had the most story growth. We understand why he came here, why he's after the boxes, what he wants to do with them, why he's doing it. He wants to get back in the good graces. Obviously, something happened, with him and Darkseid, and he's trying to get back in his good graces. So he's taking Earth, and then he finds, that Earth is the holder of the
anti-life equation.
Yeah, the anti-life equation, and he's like, "Oh, this is it. This is my end." Yeah, I found it for him. I'm going to get all 3 boxes and present this planet to. I mean, there's motivation, there's reasoning. You understand, it makes sense. It's not just some bad guy. For some reason, he wants the 3 boxes. You're not quite sure why he wants the 3 boxes, what he's going to do with them. What happens when they all, none of that is in the Whedon. It makes he's just a bad guy to be a bad guy. He's a very shallow bad guy.
He's so silly.
Here, yes, but here there's a reason. Yep. He's an adversary, perfect adversary. If they had just him and not Darkseid, and we knew why he was doing it for Darkseid, but we never saw Darkseid, I would have been content. Right. Because he's such a formidable bad guy for the Justice League. Yeah. Yeah. I thought he was probably my second favorite, biggest change to this movie was the bad guy was just so much better.
Well, a good villain gives a movie depth, right? It gives all the characters something to fight against, and it really fills out everything that you'd ever want to have happen in the movie. And with the recut, adding in the scenes, making him less silly, it really expanded that and made the movie really. The movie was filled out, yes, by Cyborg giving purpose to the to the plot, and then Darkseid as a credible threat. Steppenwolf as a credible threat. Really, I mean, it made the movie just that much more transcendent of an experience as far as like a comic book movie goes. Yeah. And the other thing, just I want to touch upon this, and that is in the Whedon movie, there's a scene with with Steppenwolf like talking to the mother box, like, "Mother, what's wrong?" And I remember seeing that in the theater and just completely just like laughing, in the way that like I laughed at the movie Battlefield Earth. Like it was just so silly that I was like, I can't believe I'm here watching this, and what a disgrace. Whereas in this one, it's like I would be afraid of Steppenwolf. The fact that he can very easily beat Aquaman and an army of Amazons, and it takes the full might of all of the Justice League minus Superman just to battle him to a standstill.
Yeah.
You know, that all just came together, and you know, the boom tubes were so much cooler. And then, you know, when he's taking the mother boxes and like he takes him to Chernobyl and he's all like, toxic.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
You know, like those little things, and in a way that just would have came across as silly in the Whedon. The way that Zack Snyder filled out that character was just fantastic.